today's top three things in my notebook: number one, oil; number two, the Russian stock market; and number three, the 10-year bond yield. So interesting now to see the price of oil testing our long-term tail risk line of 108.57. This is the second time we've seen this week, and it's a very interesting spot given that next week you have a very important macro catalyst with the jobs report. So again, if you play this out and if the jobs report was better and the dollar goes up, you could easily see a big breakdown in the oil price here, and that's something that I'm definitely watching, so I think you should too. The second thing, which is just a follow-on to that, is the Russian stock market. Now, the Russians, Putin, fully loaded, do not like this idea of the dollar making another higher low and oil prices making another series of lower highs from an all-time perspective. Petrodollars could come under a lot of pressure. The Russian stock market does not like that this morning. It hasn't really liked that idea for the year to date. Don't forget that this market's down for the year to date, but it's also the worst performing major stock market in the world this morning at down 1.4%. Finally, the 10-year bond yield, which is really going to be the game time decision here, that is the jobs report next week. So I want you to be, hyper focused on that, I guess would be the way to put it. With yesterday's non-seasonally adjusted rolling claims number on the employment side just really hitting the best level since 2006, the probabilities are rising here that you see a big blowout in bond yields to the upside next week. So, keep your eyes on your fries. The trend line is 2.55%, and that held this week. So we'll see if it does. If it doesn't, I'm indifferent. I'm just going to react in kind to what the market tells me what to do. But I'd say that the risk in the bond market is to the downside because there's obviously risk in yields here on the order of 20 to 25 basis points, I'd argue, in a day to the upside. So that's that in terms of the top three things.